Hey everybody, and welcome back to this little channel that I'm doing here. So I wanted to kind of give you a behind the scenes look at specifically my plans for Comic-Con, because Comic-Con is a brilliant opportunity, especially for me in my niches, to get a lot of really good stuff done. It's a good place to meet a lot of people who are content creators in the same kind of comic book video game fandom niche that I'm in. It's also a really good opportunity to just get a ton of video done that I can then use as content for probably the rest of the year if I do it right. So I kind of wanted to show you a little bit about my process prepping for that, getting everything together, what my plans are, how I'm going to execute it, all of that good stuff. Now, if you've been looking at my internet presence, you know that I have quite a few different places that I'm putting video out, and a lot of places where I'm writing about this kind of thing and publishing stuff. So here's the way that I'm organizing my thoughts, right? First we have the channel that the video is going to appear on, and then we have the idea. What is this video actually about? What is the hook for it? What is the reason to make the video, right? And as soon as I get a whole bunch of ideas and sort them out based on channel, I'll know what I can do, I'll know what time I have, I can prioritize which ones are most important to me, and then I should be pretty prepared for whatever Comic-Con can throw at me. So, through the magic of editing, let's just finish up this project. I compiled the list, and like I said, I based this off of the channel that it's going to. If you were doing this for yourself, you could think of it as almost like which client is this video going to, or which social media platform are you planning on putting this on. And I put down the list of the videos that kind of fit my criteria in this respect, because that's the other thing here. If I'm going to go to this place and I'm going to just get a ton of video, I need them to be, one, distinct enough to where I can recognize them as I'm going along, and two, relatively easy to edit and produce fairly quickly, because I don't want to have to spend a full year just looking at this Comic-Con footage, right? Now it's important to understand that a list like this is not set in stone. You can change things, you can add more ideas, you can take some ideas off if something's not working, you can combine it with something else. This is just to organize thinking. I used to tell everybody who came to my comic book workshop or came to my animation workshop when I was teaching that if you have an idea, your idea kind of really doesn't count until it's written down. It doesn't matter if the final product is the same as what's written down. What matters is that you wrote it down in the first place. That is the first step to getting anything done. And that's the tip I have for you. I guess the next thing to do is head to the con and see what happens. The convention is coming past. I'm having a ton of fun, but we only have one day left, which means that we have a very important task ahead of us, where I'm trying to take all the footage of everything that I shot and organize it based on its topic and video potential, based off of the videos that we have on the list and what I already have. This is important because I need to make sure that tomorrow, the third day, day 3, the last day, I get everything shot that I need that I can't go back and get later. Things like product shoots, I can go ahead and get something like that later. But if I needed to get footage of a specific booth or a specific costume or a specific piece of merchandise I can't take home, or an event, I need to make sure that I get footage of it while I'm at the convention. That's what tonight's task is. It's pretty late, so I'm trying to get through this quickly. But it's important, because if I don't do this, if I don't pay attention to this, whole thing doesn't work. Whole project just kind of falls apart. We're back at the convention. It's day 3, and I've got the list of all of the shots that I need to make. Now the challenge is to prioritize them and try to get them done as quickly as possible. the way that I have to do it is I have to go video by video. I can't just get it all at once. But try to stay conscious of what is around and what is on the list for the other videos, if that makes sense. Because like it will take forever if I went through these one at a time, but if I start with one video and then try to keep in the back of my mind the other videos that I'm going to need, the other shots I'm going to need, I'll get it all done eventually and it'll turn out all right and it'll turn out well. So that's the goal here. And I guess we'll cut back and report how it went. All right, there we go. Mission accomplished. Went through all 3 days of Comic-Con, came up with some really good video for it. It was a good time. So I just wanted to go ahead and reiterate the 3 tips that I have for you guys as far as going to a big event like a convention or something similar to that and getting a lot of video that you can put into a lot of places for a long time. First thing, make sure you're going in with a plan, but be flexible enough to change that plan as cool events happen while you're at the convention. You don't want to go in blind because you will just get lost, you will get caught up in all of the different events that are happening, and soon everything looks like it can be a video. You want to be somewhat focused. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, stay organized and keep an inventory of what you've already shot. Go ahead and review your footage when you have some downtime. If it's a multi-day event, sit down and really look at what you've got, see if there's anything extra you need to get. If it's a one-day event, make your plan before you go extremely specific and write down like your wish list for shots you want to get while you're there. Do some research ahead of time. And 3, keep it simple. You're going to get a lot of video from a place like this. You're not going to want to spend all day and all night for the next several weeks, months even, editing the same footage. You're going to want to try and get this out very quickly, especially if you're a one-man team like myself and you have other things you want to move on to, you have other projects that you're excited about getting done. Keep it simple when you're going to a big event like this. So, I hope that you found these tips helpful. I hope that you find them inspiring, and that when you're going to a convention or you're going to an expo or a big showcase event like this, that you'll remember these tips and that you'll create some really great video that you can use for a long time, make your life a little bit easier. If you found these tips helpful, like the video so I know to keep making tips videos like this. Subscribe so that you can see more stuff from me as far as filmmaking is concerned, and as far as like my clientele work. Learn a little bit more about the video process, and until that next time, thanks for watching.